All right, let's just dive right into this. Welcome everyone to a brand new adventure on our explainer. Today, we are taking a trip way back in time to the colorful, shimmering sands of the ancient Egyptian desert. We're going to explore this incredible story from the book of Exodus, chapter 31, and trust me, it is packed with master builders, glowing divine superpowers, and a totally magnificent magical tent. I am so excited to guide you through this fascinating desert journey today, so let's jump right in.
So, think about this for a second. Have you ever built just the most amazing fort out of blankets, pillows, maybe some blocks in your living room? You carefully stack the pillows, drape the blankets exactly right, and create your very own special space. Well, imagine being asked to build the absolute greatest, most important, and most beautiful tent in all of history. Our story today is all about the people who were given that exact mission.
Section 1. The Desert Master Builders. Meet our heroes. Section 2. God's Art Superpowers. The ultimate gift.
Okay, so picture this. Out in the vast, vibrant desert, under these swaying palm trees of an oasis, Adonai, God, spoke to Moses and actually singled out two very specific guys for a monumental task. The first was a man named Bezaleel from the tribe of Judah, and God appointed an assistant for him named Oholi'av from the tribe of Dan. But here's the cool part. God didn't just hand them a massive pile of wood and gold and say, "Hey, good luck, figure it out." No way. God literally said, "I have filled him with the Spirit of God with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge concerning every kind of artisanry." God literally placed his Spirit inside them. He gave them the ultimate superpower, unmatchable creativity and artistry.
Bezaleel became a total master of design. He could take raw, glowing gold, shining silver, and strong bronze and just shape them into absolute masterpieces. He had the power to perfectly cut dazzling precious stones and carve these super intricate designs into wood. God gave Bezaleel, Oholi'av, and all the craftsmen the exact wisdom they needed for every single craft.
So, what does this all mean for us? Well, it brings us to our first big lesson. God equips you for your calling. When God asks you to do something special, he doesn't just leave you empty-handed. He gives you the exact gifts, skills, and, superpowers you need to actually achieve it. Your talents, whether that's drawing, building, singing, or even just helping others, they're divine gifts. They are meant to be used for a really wonderful, higher purpose.
Section 3. Building the Holy Tent, the ultimate masterpiece.
All right, so with their newly supercharged skills, Bezaleel and Oholi'av were ready to construct a sacred space where the people could feel close to God, right there in the middle of the desert. And check out this ultimate to-do list. First up, the tent of meeting itself. Then, the incredibly sacred ark with its special cover. Next, the pure, glowing menorah and all of its utensils. Plus, the beautiful altars for incense and offerings, and even a giant basin. Oh, and we definitely can't forget the beautifully woven holy garments for Aaron the priest and his sons. They had to use their art superpowers to make everything exactly, perfectly, just as God had ordered.
Section 4. The Superpower of Rest, the most important role.
Now, right in the middle of all this bustling, high-energy building, God actually introduced something pretty surprising. After giving all these amazing instructions for the building, God laid out the most important, unbendable rule of all. Here's how the week was supposed to flow for our super builders. For 6 days, they were going to work hard, build, carve, weave, the whole shebang. But then on the 7th day, everything stops. The 7th day is for complete, joyful, total rest. Literally no work at all. And this special day of complete rest actually has a name. It's called the Shabbat, or the Sabbath. God told Moses that this day of rest is set apart specifically for Adonai. It's a sign between God and the people forever and ever, a perpetual covenant. Even all of creation gets to rest. God reminded them that in 6 days he made the heaven and the earth, and on the 7th day, even God himself stopped working and rested.
Which brings us to our second big moral. Rest is an act of faith. It's so easy to think we always have to be busy, constantly moving, constantly working, but immediately after giving the instructions for the sacred tabernacle, God firmly commanded them to stop and keep the Sabbath. Knowing when to stop working, when to put down your tools and just take a breath to rest, that shows that you trust God. It is absolutely a true superpower of faith.
Section 5. The Stone Tablets, the magic ending.
Wow, okay. We have reached the climax of our story. Just imagine standing at the bottom of Mount Sinai, glowing with this bright lightning all around. After giving all these instructions about the master builders, the beautiful tent, and the holy day of rest, God handed Moses the ultimate instruction manual. And get this, these 2 stone tablets weren't carved by Bezaleel or Oholi'av. The text tells us they were actually inscribed by the very finger of God himself. I mean, what an incredible, mind-blowing way to seal the covenant.
Section 6. What we learned today. Super builders and super resters.
Man, what an absolutely spectacular desert adventure we had today. We traveled back to ancient Egypt, met some master builders, uncovered glowing superpowers, and even climbed a lightning-filled mountain. So let's wrap up and remember the 2 biggest takeaways from Exodus chapter 31. First, use your God-given super skills. Just like Bezaleel and Oholi'av, your talents are a divine gift meant to be used to build amazing things. But the second lesson is all about perfect balance. Always take time for sacred rest. Work hard with your talents, absolutely, but remember that putting down your tools to just rest is a beautiful act of faith. So, how are you going to use your talents this week, and how will you remember to rest?
Thank you all so much for joining me on this incredible, colorful journey today. I really hope you had as much fun exploring this story as I did. If you want to join us for more amazing, super-powered explainers just like this one, be sure to click the bell button, like, share, and subscribe. Keep building, keep resting, and I will see you on the next adventure.